Hey my beauties, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Tonight I want to talk about the word fear. And the reason why I want to talk about fear today is because, I know a lot of people have a lot of fears these days. Emotions are like tumultuous during this time. And there are so many types of fears, right? The reason why I wanted to talk about it is because I heard a conversation, not with me, at the supermarket, and one lady was telling the other, "Oh, I'm scared to go there. I'm just so fearful, or whatever." I don't know what they were talking about, but I heard the word fear, and so I wanted to talk about it. And I know that every topic that I touch upon on my channel, I want to not only share my stories, because that's really, I mean, I can only give you my perspective, right, from my experiences, but also I will always want to give the negative and the positive side of things. Because I think it's important. Is not everything is not just negative, and everything is not just positive. That's just not how life is, right? And a lot of times people want to talk about things, but they don't talk about the good and the bad. They just say, "Oh, this happened to me and it was bad," and blah blah blah. Everything has a good and a bad side. Well, I'll tell you, this is the negative part of my fear, and I'm gonna share this with you. I have a fear of vans. When I was 14, I was in junior high school. I was in the ninth grade, and at that time, my brother was already attending a high school, and yeah, my brother was already attending a high school. And so I had two friends, Harry and Manny, who were really, really close to me. And they would pick me up from my house in the morning, walk with me to school, because they were in the ninth grade with me. I knew them from the seventh grade, so we were really, really cool. And then at 3 o'clock, when the school let out, they would walk me home, and then they would make sure that I got home safe, and that's how I traveled to and from school. But one day I was running late. I don't know what happened, but I had to go to school by myself. I walked to school by myself, and they were already in school, and I was late. So I was trying to figure out a way, like a shortcut to get to school. Excuse me, I'm drinking water. So I was trying to find a, oh yes, please stay hydrated. I was trying to find a shortcut to get to school because I was already late, and I started walking through this really quiet street. And when I got to the corner of my school, there was a van there, and something just told me, don't walk through there. The van looked really run down. It was dirty, and I hadn't seen it before. And I said, no, something's not right. But I didn't listen to my intuition, and I just kept walking. And I'm telling you, it was literally on the corner from my school, like across the street from my school. And so I started walking, and as I got closer to the van, my stomach, something, my gut was telling me, don't walk through there. Walk around, cross the street, whatever, right? And I started walking, and as soon as the van was here, and I started walking right next to the van, like right in front of the van, this man opened the door, and he was like, come here. And he was an older man, he looked like a creep. And I said, no. And I started running. And I even felt like chills up my spine. That's how scared I was. And I just started running, running, running until I got to the school. And outside the school, my principal was there. And the vice principal was there. And she was like, what are you doing? Why are you late? And I said, oh, I was running late, whatever. I need to get to class. She was outside with one of the security guards. So I get to school, and I couldn't shake it off in the beginning, as when I got to school, but I eventually forgot about it, going from one class to the next, talking to my friends and everything. I forgot about it. But I made sure that I never was late to school again. I made sure that by whatever time Manny and Harry came to get me, I was ready to go, and if one of them was out, which really never happened, but I would just make sure that I wasn't by myself walking to or from school. The negative part of that is that I've never been able to overcome that fear. You know, when I walk and I see a van, it makes me nervous. You know, I feel like chills up my spine. You know, I get nervous. My hands start to sweat, you know, because I feel like somebody's going to open the door and, like, I don't know, kidnap me or something, you know, and that's my fear. That is my fear. I don't fear many things. That is my fear. What I need to do to get over that fear, I'll tell you what I do. I don't go anywhere near vans. If I see a van parked on my block or whatever, I'll cross the street. I'll wait for somebody to walk with me. You know, I try my best not to walk down deserted streets or quiet streets, dark streets. Yeah, that's my fear. So, the positive experience, I used to be, well, you can say still, I am scared of public speaking. And it's so contradictory because here I am starting a YouTube channel, talking to, like, and wanting to reach like millions of people, right? But my fear of public speaking is real. When I was, well, I won't tell you how old I was, but it was in 2000, in the year 2000, I used to work for a big agency here in New York. And my boss, who I admired so much because she was just so professional, and she had it all together, and she had like the best personality, you know, she was just, I just admired her so much, and I wanted to be just like her. One day she calls me in her office and she's like, Jessica, you know, I'm going on vacation next week, and next week is, you know, the director's report, and we report, you know, we report once a month with the chairman, and we are going to meet next week. The thing is that I'm not going to be here because I'm going to be on vacation, so I want you to represent me. And when she said that, I was like, what? I was like, come again? I was like, no. I was like, I can't do it. Find someone else. And she was like, what do you mean? And she was like so surprised at my reaction, because I would never tell my boss, you know, no, I'm not doing it. Whatever directive she gave me, I adhered to it. All the policies, rules, whatever I needed to adhere to, I adhered to. And I complied with every request. But this was something that I was just adamant about. I was like, no, I can't do it. She was like, no, I need you to do it. As a matter of fact, I'm telling you to do it, because I'm not going to be here. And you have to represent the unit, and you are my right hand, and I know you can do it. What's the problem? And I said, well, that's a lot of people, and what if I stumble upon a word and I don't know how to talk? And she was like, you'll be fine. Jessica, she was like, you are more than capable of handling this task. You're going to present well. You are well spoken, and, you know, you're going to be fine. You're intelligent, you're smart, you know, you can do it. You can do anything, you know, and you can do anything. I was like, no, 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 please don't do this to me. And I begged her. I was like, no, I can't, you know, find someone else. And I kept on and on and on. And she was like, nope, you're going to do it. Final word. The next 3 days I spent with like stomach aches. I didn't want to eat. I couldn't sleep. I was like sweating up a storm. I had butterflies in my stomach. And I was mad at her. I was so angry. And I was like, I remember, you know, I was like, why is she making me do this? You know, maybe she doesn't like me. Maybe she's trying to punish me for something. And, well, the day of the meeting came, and I entered the conference room, and I said, I can't do this. And I started feeling nauseous and sick again. And I went and I sat in her chair, and I was just like, my hands were cold and they were sweaty at the same time. Like, I don't know if you've ever felt that. And then I started perspiring, and I said, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? I'm going to faint. Well, I said, you know what? Let me go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I washed my hands because they were sweating and stuff. So I washed my hands, dried them and everything. I come back, I sit in her seat, you know, and everybody's chatting. And all of a sudden the chairman comes in, and he's like, he starts greeting everybody. And he's like, you know, good afternoon, you know, whatever, you know. And then he starts with the reports. And everybody had to go around the table and report. When it came to my turn, oh, what I should mention before I say that, when I was telling my boss, please don't do this to me. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what she tells me? She was like, well, Jess, you're a drama queen. Perform. Just perform. And I didn't think anything of that. I didn't think anything of it at that moment. But when I got to the boardroom, when I got to the conference room, that's exactly what I did. When the chairman looked at me and said, oh, you're new, he said, what's your name? So I said my name, and I said, I'm here to represent director so and so. She's on vacation, and this is our report. When I finished reporting, he said, thank you. You guys are doing an outstanding job. Thank you. And he moved on to the next person, the person to my left. But I say this because, you know what I did? I thought I was going to pass out, first of all. When I started speaking, when I had to say my name, I felt like I was going to pass out. But I started performing. I followed my director's lead. She said, Jessica, just perform. You're a drama queen. Just perform. And that's what I did. And so it got me through that moment. I started performing. You know what I did? I started imitating her. And I felt so good. I felt so happy when that meeting was over. I felt accomplishment. I felt a sense of relief. And I felt really proud of myself for getting through that moment, And I learned that she was right. I am a drama queen. But I learned something more important than that. That everything passes. And that fear and that moment, it came and went. There was nothing to fear because, the people around me, they get dressed the same way I get dressed. They eat just like I eat. They're not superheroes. I don't need to. I mean, yes, I needed to impress, particularly the chairman, right? The top person in the agency, but they're human beings just like me. And it was okay. And they received me, and they applauded me, and they welcomed me. And so I got over that fear in speaking in front of them. So I already knew that group. And whenever my boss was like, okay, Jessica, I'm going on vacation, you know what to do, I did it with no problem. Not to say that I don't feel like that now in different settings, So that is my story of how I overcome my fear of public speaking. I just performed. That's just my technique. Now, my fear of vans and what it represents, or what happened in my youth and my teen years, that's another thing that I need to work on, right? And so I invite you to tell me or to give me tips. Do you have fears? Have you developed a plan to overcome your fears? Do you have any tips on what you do? Do you have any strategies that you want to share? Because maybe something that you do can help me overcome my fear. I don't want to live my entire life with fears, because it's going to slow me down in my overall personal growth, and I don't want to do that. But like I said, I welcome you to share with us. Maybe something that you say will help someone who's watching this video. So yeah, well, remember to like, comment. If you want to share this video with your friends or someone that is interested in maybe the topic, I invite you to do that, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So thank you for watching, and thank you for spending some time with me tonight, and I'll see you next time.